So we thought we'd bring you a preview of the event that all aspiring female bodybuilders dream about. John Kovic narrates.
Hardcore bodybuilding fans always get excited when fall turns into winter because that means the annual Ms. Olympia is close at hand. This premier women's bodybuilding competition never fails to attract the top female physiques in bodybuilding, and this year's contest promises to sizzle like never before. With Corey Everson, Ms. Olympia for the last 6 years in a row, deciding to bow out so that she can begin her film career, there will be a new Queen of the Hill crown. The question is, which fabulous female physique will muscle her way to the title? Sandy Riddell, runner-up in 1989, is going in as this year's favorite. At 5'6" and 148 pounds of etched granite, this 30-year-old firefighter has the look of a winner. In the gym, her willpower and potential push her to train with fierce intensity, which translates into more quality muscle. Each and every workout, she strives to push her body a little closer to perfection so that she can finally reach her goal of winning the Ms. Olympia title. Jackie Paisley is a threat no matter what contest she enters. At a sleek 140 pounds, Jackie has the type of artistic body lines that give her that certain panther-like appeal. Along with her innovative posing routine, Jackie's physique never fails to draw gasps of amazement from the fans. Canadian champion Negrita Jade is another competitor who has the type of total package the judges are looking for. Negrita placed 5th at the 90 Ms. International in Columbus, Ohio, and hopes to better that finish at the Ms. Olympia. Sandra Blackie is also a Canadian who's hoping to make it big in the pro ranks. Now living in Venice, California, this 5'6", 135-pounder with a charming smile has had a few setbacks, including a back injury, but she's still managed to build one of the more striking physiques in the sport. Laura Craval is coming off her 1990 Ms. International victory and may be harder to stop than a runaway freight train come Olympia time. She's been training furiously for this contest since her victory in March and will no doubt be in razor-sharp condition when she hits the stage. Since winning the middleweight class at the 88 NPC Nationals, Lisa Lorio has been working on perfecting her proportions and etching in the details. This glamorous Baton Rouge beauty has one of the most shapely physiques in women's bodybuilding, and if she carves in the cuts this year, watch out. In 1989, after nearly a 4-year layoff from competition, Diana Dennis dazzled the audience and the judges at the Pro World in Los Angeles and took the title in spectacular fashion. Afterwards, she traveled to the Soviet Union with a host of other bodybuilders and showed the Ruskies what women's bodybuilding is really all about. Look for Diana to break the top 10. Dorothy Herndon has been training hard for a shot at the Ms. Olympia title ever since she moved from Texas to Los Angeles in 1987. Gold's Gym Venice is where she's been chiseling her physique since her relocation, and it's paid off big. She hasn't quite hit her stride in the pro ranks yet, but promises to surprise a lot of people at this year's contest. Debbie McKnight is the 89 NPC USA champion and tips the scale at 139 pounds of hard-earned muscle. This 31-year-old mother of 2 is another competitor who hasn't quite fulfilled her potential as a pro, but she's still been an impressive contender at each of her competition outings. Janet Tech is one of pro bodybuilding's classiest competitors. Ever since her lightweight win at the 88 NPC Women's Nationals, Janet has made steady progress and never fails to appear in superb shape. With her 115 pounds of well-defined symmetry, this natural phenomenon has sculpted her 5'3" frame into a sight to behold. Linda Murray is one of the newcomers this year, and by the looks of her potential, she's born to be a bodybuilding star. Linda is another competitor with show-stopping size, shape, and symmetry, all rolled into an awe-inspiring total package. Kathy Unger is another rookie with drive and potential. She hopes to continue to improve and climb further up bodybuilding's ladder. The Ms. Olympia will be her first pro outing. Penny Price has been out of the competition scene for a few years, but she hasn't lost her drive in the gym. Recently, she's been pursuing a career as a model, and if she adds a little more muscle mass and keeps her body fat low, Penny might just make her mark at this year's contest. Other competitors to keep an eye on are Bev Francis, a Mizzo top 5 finisher for 4 years in a row, Germany's Anja Schreiner, and Claudia Profanter, the Italian sensation. This contest is shaping up to be one of the most tremendous battles in the history of the sport, and one you won't want to miss. Who will be the new Ms. Olympia? Tune in to Muscle Magazine next month for all the drama, action, and excitement. Bodybuilding judges seem to have finally taken a positive turn away from overly muscular women toward a more natural, feminine-looking body. Events like the popular Tournament of Champions have finally become more like a starcade lineup of bathing beauties. For example, look at the lightweight class and third-place finisher Lori Davis. The 32-year-old mother of two was in her first contest. She's been training for 5 years, and at 5'2", she's been trying to add to her body weight of 106 pounds. In second place was Lisa Lighthouse, who also has a slight body at 5'1½", 109 pounds. She trains, as she put it, for the love of the sport. The Duarte, California native also has a passion for horse roping and competes in horse shows. Probably the best schooled bodybuilder in the lightweight class was a California bartender, Laura Bland. Although Laura's been training for 4 years, all have been under the guidance of her boyfriend, professional bodybuilder David Dirth. The blonde, 5'2", 102-pounder was first involved in cheerleading, dancing, and aerobics before she met Dave and started lifting.
I like bodybuilding because it's self-satisfying. It's all yourself. All the pressure's on you. It's up to you whether you want to train, whether you want to diet. Everything's 100% of yourself. No one else.
The middleweights were a lineup of ladies who wanted people to know that they were all 100% lifetime natural bodybuilders, including fourth-placer Janina Moe. She's had an extensive athletic background involving gymnastics, track, and cross-country. Her diet is strict year-round, highlighted with chicken, egg whites, oatmeal, and vegetables. Mentally, she's diversified too, with a fluent command of 10 foreign languages. Third-place finisher Jacqueline Brewer also has a multifaceted athletic background. Try competing in gymnastics, roller skating, ballet, tap dancing, jazz, hiking on weekends, regular aerobics, and cheerleading. Whew! So strict training and living a bodybuilding lifestyle may have seemed pretty simple for Jackie, especially training steroid-free. A 25-year-old veterinary student from Davis, California, placed second in the middleweights. 5'6" Joy Hunt has only been training for a year and a half, but under the tutelage of boyfriend Jeff Tribble, she's already won her first 2 contests, the Santa Cruz Classic and Vacaville Fiesta Days Championships. So Joy seemed to have easily combined her academics and bodybuilding recreation pastime. Rochelle Ann Paul says that between work and training at the gym, she's got no time for anything else. Winning the middleweight class, Rochelle is a 34-year-old secretary who enjoys, as she puts it, just healthy eating and training hard. That includes consuming fish and chicken, lettuce, fruits, potatoes, water, and lots of broccoli. The athletic 5'2", 119-pound bodybuilder has maintained a more appealing feminine look that's becoming vogue among the more progressive professional bodybuilders. In terms of looks, the heavyweight class was not to be outdone. Sharon Craig placed 5th in the class with a toned 138 pounds. The Louisiana native is a personal trainer and has been lifting and competing for 5 years. She trains by instinct, but finds some similarities with her background in ballet.
The discipline it's very rigorous. You must stay faithful to it. Just like in ballet, you must stay faithful to it. You must constantly stretch. And with your training, you must constantly train or try to excel in some way.
Taking 4th was an animal care technician from Walnut Creek, California. Tracy Thompson raises rare animals from birth and then puts them back into the wild. She has an extensive gymnastic and dance background with 12 years of performance. At 5'6", Tracy weighs as much as 140 pounds in the off-season and has been competing for 3 years. Capturing 3rd was another former gymnast, Jane Treck. The accountant from El Cajon, California, is married and has been training 4 years. Jane carries her weight as heavy as 150 pounds in the off-season, but diets down to 134 for competition, using a combination of moderate carbohydrates with her proteins and fats. She spent 12 years as a competitive gymnast and 6 as a coach. When your husband is a major bodybuilding contest promoter, you just can't sit around the house and do macrame for rest and relaxation. Peggy Lindsay has been training 4 years with her husband, John, setting the pace. She says that he's in charge of the nutrition program, too. Although Peggy placed 2nd this year, she won the middleweight class at the Tournament of Champions and the San Diego last year. As an artist, she actually got started because she enjoyed the artistic aspects of posing on stage. Winning the heavyweight class was Noelle Fontaine, a 33-year-old software technician from Arizona. The tournament is her first win in over 4 years of training and competing. She prepared by means of what she calls muscle confusion training. Nutritionally, Noelle consumed high complex carbohydrates, moderate proteins, and low fats. So at 5'7" and 137 pounds, she put together the so-called total package. And it was that total package that enabled Noelle to win the overall crown, narrowly beating out middleweight Rochelle Paul and lightweight Laura Bland. All of the women were in national level shape, and certainly all were the most attractive ladies to compete in the Tournament of Champions in many years. So until next year's event, I'm John Kovic reporting.
Really being in touch with the crowd and listening to them and seeing what they like.
And she's in total control of her body. I mean, it looks very, very easy for her to be going into these moves where some athletes try to do breakdancing, they try to do gymnastics, and they don't feel comfortable doing it because it's not part of their background.
25-year-old middleweight Brenda Hoyles has little problem staying in touch with the craft of bodybuilding. For her, it's a natural extension of a background in both gymnastics and dance.
I'm very competitive, not so much per se with the person next to me or this person, but within myself. And in bodybuilding, that's good, because it doesn't matter if you come out on the top or the bottom of the heat, because if you come out better than you came out the time previously, then you're already a winner within yourself.
Brenda uses her dancing expertise to great advantage on stage. She basically improvises during her posing routine, a breath of fresh air to the often rigid confines of posing.
First I start with the song and make sure that I hear it. I don't just hear the song, but I hear all the different instruments, every little beat that's going through the song. Then I'll start with some transitions and maybe figure I want this pose to go here, and then maybe 8 or 16 counts. I'll have this pose and that pose. Then I just flow it all together.
Brenda flows best when she's with her fiancé, Remy Berninga. The couple won the 1990 Junior Nationals mixed pairs with a perfect score. Their next stop, the North American. But whether she's on stage with a partner or solo, the same rules apply. Train hard, train drug-free, and enjoy what you're doing.
I'll probably train forever. I've been an athlete my whole life. I've never known any other way to be. So it's pretty safe for me to say I will do something for the rest of my life. As far as bodybuilding goes, I'll do it until I'm not happy doing it anymore. That may be tomorrow. It may be next year. It may never come. But when I'm not happy doing it, that's when I'll stop.